Hey, everybody, this is Eric Diamond, and you're listening to The Mike Wagner Show.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios.
Hi, this is Mia Mosinzia, also known as Mia No Time for Love. Check out my latest book, Missing, available on Amazon.
The Mike Wagner Show, also brought to you by The Sweet Psalmist by Serena Wagner, available on Amazon, highlighting the Book of David.
It's now time for the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube, iTunes, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and themikewagnershow.com. Mike brings you great guests and interesting people from all across the globe. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another great episode of the Mike Wagner Show.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from The Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios, brought to you by official sponsor of The Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Mosinzia, Missing, available on Amazon and paperback and ebook. Coming soon, Missing 2 by Mia Mosinzia, double the suspense, double the fun. Check it out on Amazon. What's brought us Sweet Psalmist by Serena Wagner, based on the life of King David, with 30 exquisite paintings, King David songs, Amazon.com. Keyword Sweet Psalmist, Serena Wagner. Check it out today. And brought to you by a brand new sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, Eric Diamond Music, the Sensei of Swing, featuring his latest release, All of Me and More. Check it out, ericdiamondmusic.com, your favorite podcast platform. Also, check out the MikeWagnerShow.com and follow us on all social media. We're here with a terrific gentleman who is an author, poet, musician, born and raised in Connecticut. He's a multidimensional artist drawn to spaces where basically art, spirit, and social justice intersect. Currently in Rhode Island. Talk more about that. He's also an author of the Artist Manifesto and catalog a lot of songs, poets, screenplays, novels, paintings, and founded the Helen Hudson Foundation, which is basically a charitable focus on social issues and homelessness, racism, the environment, and more. He's got a new book that's out, which is a work of visionary fiction, exploring the boundaries of human conscience. We'll talk more about that in the Karma Factor. Live, ladies and gentlemen, plus twos in beautiful downtown Rhode Island, the amazing multidimensional artist and the author of the book, The Karma Factor. Ladies and gentlemen, the multi-talented Tom Lane. Tom, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me on.
Well, it's great to have you on board, Tom. You got a lot of great stuff out there. So basically, you're an author, poet, musician, or born and raised in Connecticut. You're a multidimensional artist drawn to spaces where art, spirit, and social justice intersect. You're currently in Rhode Island. You're author of the Artistic Manifesto. You also have a CD called Hotel Earth, and you have a brand new book, which is a work of visionary fiction, exploring the boundaries of human consciousness against the backdrop of a classic suspense thriller, and tells the story of a New York police detective haunted by nameless guilt, and it's called The Karma Factor. Before getting all that, Tom, tell us how I first got started.
It started quite a long time ago. I was living in Los Angeles. I was working on trying to get a record deal at that point, but I happened to write a little thing. I got the idea of karma, and karma is one of these things that's bandied about. But what the heck is it? What is it? How does it work? How does it function? And so I started thinking about, because, I'm basically like you, I'm a jock. I love sports. I'm passionate about it. But as I grew up after sports and I realized I wasn't going to be a professional athlete, I started connecting with the arts. So I had this kind of regular, male kind of testosterone situation. And then I started getting into spirituality. Art led me into these other ways of looking at things. So I came across something called the Akashic Records, which is, per Hindi lore, it's a database of past lives. Now, if you think about that, that for a policeman, if he got access to that, he would be able to find out what is motivating him from earlier lifetimes. This is all very, very trippy and whatever. But what I wanted to achieve with this book is have both aspects that's resident in my personality of being a gritty, kind of love the detective and the chase scenes or whatever, and this other aspect. So I was able to put them together in this book about the cop and how he stumbles onto this database and he begins solving crimes using that as an expanded profile. not just what he did for lunch and who he was married to, what crimes he committed, but what he was doing way back when in this scenario where the seeds of the crime 3 lifetimes later started acting out. I don't know. Does this make sense?
It's starting to make sense. We'd like to hear more about it. So keep going. You're getting us really excited and in suspense here. So
well, so let's just say you're a cop and you get it, you punch the clock, you go out, you have interviews, you pack a gun, and then all of a sudden, but you're haunted. You don't know what's wrong. Something's really bugging you, and you start hallucinating, and you just get to the point where life isn't worth it anymore. I'm going to take myself out. And so let's say how he, as opposed to killing himself, he's that far down, he sets up a situation with another criminal where he will stand in the middle of a machine gun fire and get himself taken out. So he does that. Everything's going according to plan. He's standing there. The bullets come. The bullets are diverted. They disappear. And all of a sudden, he has to find out why. He's been saved. What is going on here? Then as he begins unraveling his own mystery, he begins connecting with what his destiny here is as a cop who's now got an expanded consciousness. And so he's tracking this killer who's killed 7 times, and nobody has any idea where he is, who he is, what he looks like. But because he can go into the past and find out what tendencies, what he likes to do, what clothes, et cetera, he has this edge on him. So this is a story about this cat and mouse between this guy that is trying to get his stuff together and a killer who's about to take out a potential president of the United States.
That does sound like a really suspenseful thriller. And of course, I was just thinking about this here that, he's had some hallucinations, issues, haunting, past, and everything like that. What was like the genesis of the main character? Hit the first trauma that happened, then the second, then the third.
Yeah.
Like going back to like a lifetime, childhood, or anything like that. It's like, how did the first trauma actually get into him in the first place?
Well, that's a really good question. Well, when he has imagine where the bullets are coming at you, you hear the gunshot, here come the bullets, and then they're disappeared. And but he kills the guy who was trying to kill him, and he gets up and he's going, what's no bullet holes? What's going on here? And he looks at his partner, and they can't contain it, and they just start laughing hysterically. But they can't handle what they just went through. So that is what some people would say the igniting incident, the thing that changed him from being this way. He's all of a sudden got this mystery that he has to, and so he goes in. He has memory dreams. He pushes the envelope because he doesn't want to know what's back there, but he does want to know. And it's a kind of a universal thing about taking that next step, whatever that might be. Might be crossing a street, it might be running for president, it might be not committing a crime. But this is what the tension between these two things, that's how they get started.
And of course, he also had some demons as well, too, trying to end his life. And of course, you wonder about the state of demons as well. You got the mild demons, you got the moderate, you got the extreme ones as well, too. And what would you say, maybe what are some of the demons trying to take his life? What kind and everything like that? So it's not like he had some demons that were trying to end his life, but somehow got diverted on that.
Well, the demons are his own past lifetime. What he did, he was responsible for the death of 30 people in Tibet in the 1950s.
Oh, wow. What happened back then? This is really interesting. 1950s in Tibet.
Well, yeah, that 1950s is when the Red Chinese took over Tibet. There's the beginning of the book, there's a letter where this sort of renegade Buddhist monk has this vision about, things getting really bad here on the planet and that serious changes, major changes have to happen. So what he does, under secrecy, he connects with all these quantum physics and poets and all these brilliant minds to come to Tibet to figure this out. So what is it? What is the soul? What is karma? What are these basic things that we don't have explanation for? and he thinks solutions are there. But what happens is my hero, who's a young boy at that point, and the Red Chinese are all over the nearby fields and everything, looking for this hidden monastery where these people are holed up, and there's a lockdown. But my hero's past lifetime as a kid, he breaks the lockdown. He runs out to tell a friend of his to get away. There's danger coming. And when he goes out there, he alerts the Red Chinese soldiers where the hidden monastery is. They follow his footprints in the snow and they massacre everybody that's there. Ends the entire mission. This is the ghost. This is the demon that haunts this guy. You know, this group that was going to save the world just went up in smoke because of what he did, even though it was well intentioned.
And this also carried over into his police work and everything else as well too. And it seems to be, somewhat of a common factor. It kind of reminded me of one of the movies, which was Ghost, where it's like, I guess his best friend got killed, and then it's kind of going through, and like, I'm trying to reach you, it just goes right through.
Yeah. Well, this, if you can get caught up, it's like a record with a scratch in it. It just keeps playing over and over, and you're stuck back there. And this is what happened to my guy. And this is what happened to the criminal he's after. They both got stuck in the past, and they had to resolve that.
And how do they resolve that? We'll find out more with Tom Lane and the book, The Karma Factor. But first, listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by SonicWeb Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. SonicWeb Studios is the answer. SonicWeb Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. It's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, time to give an official shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Molson-Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you love Missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon and paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, 1 target, where truth is illusion and those you love will be the first go missing. It's available on Amazon and paperback and ebook. Missing by Mia Molson-Zia has gone great reviews. And Eve Levin enjoys by Howard celebrities, including Joanna Cassie, Forrest Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today for It Goes Missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon. Coming soon, Missing 2 by Mia Molson-Zia, spends double the fun. Check it out on Amazon. Also, the Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by The Sweet Psalmist by Serena Wagner, based on the life of David, including 30 exquisite paintings and King David's Psalms. The Sweet Psalmist gives a new perspective of David through the Psalms he wrote in his times as a shepherd where it started, and complicated, turbulent relationship with King Saul. It's a story of love, betrayal, repentance, hope, and more. Check out The Sweet Psalmist by Serena Wagner on Amazon. Keyword, Sweet Psalmist, Serena Wagner. Also brought to you by our brand new sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, the Sensei of Swing. Eric Diamond was his latest release, All of Me, featuring the title track, I've Got a New Heartache, Bring Me Sunshine, and more. They also call me a Playboy as well. Eric is a multi-award winning artist, including inducted in numerous Hall of Fames, Entertainer and Album of the Year, releasing a new CD soon. Check it out. EricDiamondMusic.com. Follow on Facebook, YouTube, and all music platforms worldwide. Check out the Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com. 40 podcast platforms, 100 countries. Tickets with you on any mobile device for great gift ideas. Go to Amazon.com. Check out the Mike Wagner Show podcast. T-shirts, pop sockets, throw pillows, tote bags, makes great gifts 24/7. Go to Amazon.com. Check out the Mike Wagner Show podcast. And for more great gift ideas, go to Amazon.com/Mia Molson-Zia for great books, merchandise, and more. Follow us on Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok, and also check us on Spotify, YouTube, iHeart, Apple Music, and more. And support the Mike Wagner Show on PayPal, Anchor FM, and the MikeWagnerShow.com. With the amazing author, poet, musician, born and raised Connecticut, Tom Lane with the Karma Factor here on the Mike Wagner Show. And before get back into the Karma Factor, you had pretty much, wrote a book before that called The Artist Manifesto. And tell us more about that one.
Well, this was a time, I was living in LA at the time, and I was hanging out with a lot of artists that were having a hard time. And we were all talking about what if and what might be with the arts and how it seemed unfair. And, and the lawyers were taking over the business. And the businessmen were taking over the business. And so And I kept hearing the same stuff from dancer, painter, singer-songwriter, saxophone player, and then I hired a marketing company to say, I want to hear these voices that are wanting so much more. And there's ego and this and that and whatever, and sour grapes, but there's also a genuine plea for, would you please let us into the circle so we can get some money, we have some income rather than doing things for free or whatever. Anyway, I hired a marketing company, and then I wrote what I felt, and I wrote what I experienced and what I heard about stereotypes, about business acumen, about all the buttons that they had and all their yearnings. And I'll tell you, man, it was so beautiful because at the end of the survey, the question was, what are you wanting to gain from this? And the bottom line was, I want to help people. I want to show love. I want to be a good person, and I want to help. And and it was sincere. It wasn't just mouthing a phrase. And so I wrote it down. It was the Artist Manifesto. I sold every copy of it. And the book has been out of print for years. It's on eBay here and there, but I have had quite a few calls about updating it and, doing it again. And so I have about 180 pages ready to roll if I ever get there. I've been into the karma thing and the music thing, but that's my next project.
And certainly did as well too. You also had a number of other projects, but think about the whole author thing. Who are some of your favorite authors growing up, and some of your favorite books?
Well, I loved when I was a young teenager and I was quite miserable. I got solace from all those like Three Musketeers, Ivanhoe. There are just a lot of them, and I'm not remembering them. But these kind of grand adventures. Louis Stevenson, Kidnapped. That shows where I was at and what I was raised on. There's a book that I love called Winter's Tale.
Oh,
I don't
nice.
know. You know that one?
Yes.
Oh, it's by oh God, the names are escaping me. Anyway, and I read all different kinds of stuff, and I find inspiration in a lot of little things as well, and a poem here and a song there. I'm kind of all over the map, which isn't great for career. You're supposed to do one thing and play the cards, and I just sort of follow my heart, not follow my wallet, but I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm doing what I love to do.
And certainly did as well too. You have a CD which is called Hotel Earth, and tell us more about that one.
Well, my first love was a singer-songwriter, and I actually had a publishing deal when I was 15, which never amounted to much. But from there, I just kept going after it. I had bands that I put together, and I came up with a stage name, Tracker, Trakker. And I brought him into the book. He's a character.
Oh, really? Okay.
In the Karma Factory. He's a street musician who talks wild and crazy and wonderful. But he's a rock poet, and I speak of him in third party because he's almost like a different person. I just, I'm not particularly productive in terms of number of stuff, but I have a lot of songs. And so I decided a couple years ago to go into the studio, and took 3 years to finish the album. But I love it. And it's called Hotel Earth, and it's on Spotify and all the various other platforms.
And plus, besides being a writer as well, we're talking about with Tom Lane and the Karma Factor here on the Mike Wagner Show. We'll get to the book in just 1 minute. You're also, founder of the Helen Hudson Foundation, which is charitable, focus on social issues, and tell us more about that. And what inspired to start the foundation?
Well, my mother was a relentless activist. I mean, she was over doing, recordings for the blind, marching on Selma, peace walks, writing letters to prisoners, you name it. She was doing it. And one of the gigs she did was working with homeless people at soup kitchens. And so she was also an author. She had published, I think, maybe 3 or 4 small kind of academic books, but well put together. And so she decided she wanted to interview these homeless folks and get their stories. And so, very untechnically trained, she would prop up her little recording device and go into a broom closet. I mean, any place you find, and sit them down and say, "Would you tell me your story?" So she had a collection of maybe 15 or so stories, and her publisher didn't want to do it. And it's called Dinner at 6, Voices from the Soup Kitchen. And she did a great job. She stays out of the way. She lets their voices speak, the raw truth, what they really have. And basically it came down to when she said, "What would you like people to know?" These folks said, "Tell them that I'm not a bad person and tell them that I want to work." And so when her publisher didn't want to do it, and I had read it, I felt this was an incredibly important book that I sort of pushed and prodded her into letting the family print it and publish it and give the books away, give the books to soup kitchens so they could sell the books and keep the income. My mom didn't want a dime.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is what I did. I was kind of like a one-man band. I'd just find out about a soup kitchen. I'd talk to them, give them books, they'd sell it. We had probably 100 different organizations. It's been going on for about 20-something years. When I came up to Providence, I was in New Haven, where I was born. I started, my mom passed away, and I started a foundation in her name. Her pen name was Helen Hudson. So they had Helen Hudson Foundation. We've done a lot of work with homeless. We make small, we're under the radar, small, but happily making donations wherever I hear there's needs, particularly in the homeless area.
Mm-hmm. And certainly a lot as well, too. And hopefully they'll be getting a hold of the book, The Karma Factor. You can do it in the name of Helen Hudson if you like. And, of course, more on The Karma Factor with Tom Lane, just 1 minute. You're listening to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Brought to you by official sponsor of The Mike Wagner Show, International Warring Out There, Me and Molson's and Missing. Available on Amazon. Brought to you by A Sweet Psalmist by Serena Wagner, based on the life of King David and more. Amazon.com, keyword Sweet Psalmist Serena Wagner. Also brought to you by Eric Diamond Music, featuring All of Me, title track, and more. EricDiamondMusic.com. We'll be back with the multi-talented, multi-dimensional artist, Tom Lane of The Karma Factor, after this time.
Hey, everybody, this is Eric Diamond, and you're listening to The Mike Wagner Show.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention The Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hi, I'm Burl Barer, legendary American author, and I'm here to tell you about Missing, the new mystery suspense novel by Mian Mosensia. It's really a good book. Very surprising. Never metaphor I didn't like, especially in this book. Here you have a main character whose life has been filled with despair. His wife died in 9/11. His young daughter died of a rare disease. He's not a happy camper. What does he do for a living? He's a physical fitness trainer. When somebody hardly knows, somebody who's never met, he only has encountered them on an internet chat line, goes missing, this is his journey. He's going to go rescue them. This is his search for redemption, his search for his own personal promised land. He couldn't do anything about the death of his wife, the death of his child, but maybe he could rescue this woman he's never met. That is, if she exists. Missing by Mian Mosensia, international in scope, vastly entertaining, full of surprises. I suggest you get it, either paperback or an electronic edition for your Kindle. Missing by by me and Mohsen Zia.
Hey, everybody, this is Eric Diamond. You're listening to The Mike Wagner Show. You can check out our music and know all about us at www.ericdiamondmusic.com. Follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, TikTok. You can friend me on Facebook. You can follow me on Facebook, and you can even buy both of my albums off of Facebook. Just get a hold of me on the Facebook Messenger. We have them available in CD or thumb drive. Thank you so much, and hope you have a great day.
The Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Serena Wagner's book, The Sweet Psalmist, now available on Amazon. This book includes 30 exquisite paintings by well-known and unknown painters and King David Psalms. The Sweet Psalmist gives us a new perspective on his life in this book. Through the Psalms he wrote, his time as a shepherd in the field is where the book starts, and it goes on to describe his complicated and turbulent relationship with King Saul as well as other events. It's a story of love, betrayal, repentance, and more. It also offers advice on approaching God and living a life that pleases him. Check out the book, The Sweet Psalmist by Serena Wagner, now available on Amazon. Keywords, Sweet Psalmist, Serena Wagner.
Hey, this is Ray Powers, and boy, are you in luck. Right place, right time. Tuned in to The Mike Wagner Show. You heard me.
We're back to the multi-talented Tom Lane, multi-dimensional artist here on the Mike Wagner Show with the Karma Factor. And of course, you had inspired by family, a lot of writings, books, and everything like that. And I guess the one thing that kind of slipped my mind about, the genesis of the Karma Factor, and what was that one exact moment that first got you into writing the Karma Factor?
Well, it was finding out about this Akashic Records, which is a real deal. I mean, really, people believe that that's what they have, and I found out a lot more. But this is that database of past lifetime, and I've loved mysteries and crime stories, and I thought, what if we how do I get these two to talk to each other? And I found a way using this database past lifetime like a police profile. So he could go into it, get information, not just where he lived and what his crimes were this lifetime, but going all the way back. And so it's like a vast, who is this guy? Why are they wandering around doing this and this and this when they're ending up here doing this and this and this? And there's connections, and there's so this gives it like a 4-dimensional chessboard.
Mm-hmm. Certainly did. And of course, according to the book, Paladin, the monk states the woeful condition of the world is direct result of lack of vision, lack of self-knowledge. And do you think there's helpers working to interject more human goodness and balance in the world?
I think we're, as everybody will say, we're at a tipping point here, and we're right on. It can go a bunch of different ways, and I can only pray and hope and work and try to be the best kind of person I am, as well as it's. I really feel it's an all hands on deck moment. I mean, I really do. But there are a lot of different decks. There are a lot of different ways of going about it. Putting your shoulder to the light, so to speak. We need a lot of people being serious minded about our future as a group, as a team. Mm-hmm. And this is in my trilogy of art, spirit, and social justice. This is when I write these books that have some kind of meaning, at least to me, a deep meaning. Artist Manifesto, same thing. My album, same thing. Hotel Earth. I just hope I'm able to make some kind of difference. I'm sure you are with your show and getting bright people who have vision, people who have great ideas and great energy, spreading it out to the world. That's important. That's really important, and I salute you, man, for doing it.
Mm-hmm. And you too as well, too. You're doing an amazing job. And of course, having some people just, fight it out, good and evil, in the book as well, too, where you have the people that are just, fighting inside and everything like that. So,
yeah,
just getting back to that point.
I'm sorry. Was there a question?
No, I was just simply saying that we left out the point where you had the two go out in the fight and everything in the spiritual dream and the spiritual realm and everything like that.
Yeah, very much so. And what I hope this to be a trilogy of 3 different books, and this is like the basic foundation with this mission I told you about in Tibet, starting in the 40s, and then continuing now. And there's a love interest as well. And if I am fortunate enough to get to the next step, I'd like to just follow him as James Early grows with the time, as was I grow with this time and face what I face, and hopefully, become a better navigator, and that he then has his own journey. This is James Early is the name of the detective, and I hope I get to write at least one more of these.
And maybe James Early can be involved as well too. So
Oh, he's the second one. It's all about his evolution through time, dealing with multifaceted aspects.
And what do you want readers to get from the book?
I'm a great believer in possibilities. Just that, well, this may or may not be true. Past lifetimes, I don't know. It doesn't seem real. Seems fake, but whatever it is, just be open to the possibilities. I think because if the closed-minded thing, oh, get out of here. I don't want to hear about it. Well, sometimes you get there, but I like possibilities. I have I have a good, strong imagination that seeks out possibilities and wants to discuss them and wants to be with people also that are not just seeing everything in one way, but can see it in different ways.
And certainly did as well too. And where can we find the Karma Factor at, along with your other works at?
Karma Factor, the Artist Manifesto is being worked on. The Karma Factor, Amazon. I have a website which just is sprawling with just so much stuff in there. The painting, the poetry, the book, music, acoustic music, rock and roll. That's thomaslane.com. It's coincidental that happens to be my name. But anyway, please visit. Please come and enjoy and browse. Come back. Look,
Okay.
listen. Yeah.
Okay. And we'll certainly do that. And what's the website again?
It's thomaslane.com, and the book is at Amazon and Barnes and Noble. And that's where we are. And the music can be gotten on Spotify under the name Tracker, Trakker, and it's Hotel Earth.
Okay. We will certainly check that out as well to encourage everybody to check out Hotel Earth or Tracker. We're here with the multi-talented Tom Lane of the Karma Factor here on the Mike Wagner Show. Tom, just a few more things. What else can we expect in 2025 and beyond?
Well, there is a movie possibility for the Karma Factor. I can't really go into it because Hollywood is a strange and wriggling creature. You don't know what's going to happen out there. But anyway, I'm engaged in discussions. So that, and I have another screenplay that is, it's in development, I think we could say safely. And then I just don't know I just finished up the screenplay for that. I'm in a poetry contest. I'm hearing another album. Help! Mike, save me from myself.
Hey, that's a good one. I like that. Help, save me from myself. That's a new album cover. I love that one. We just came with it. I solved the work for you. You didn't have to pay millions of dollars trying to come up with an album title. I did it for you.
Thank you, man. You got 25%. How's that?
Sounds great. Okay, send it to my PayPal. You know where to find me, right?
Yep, I do.
We will certainly do that as well. And who do you consider biggest influence in your career?
Oh, boy. Well, I immediately went to Bob Dylan, because the songwriter. And then after that, I went to Martin Luther King, who I just think was one of the more amazing people in the world. Mark Halperin is the writer of Winter's Tale that I forgot at that point. My mother, she taught me about doing the hard work of caring about people, and I will forever be grateful. And all the good folks that are doing the good work out there. God bless us all.
You got that right. God bless the people out there who help a great deal. And what's the best advice you can give to anybody at this point?
Well, I think that we're in a period of terrific change and terrific stress. And all I can say for myself, I don't know how it works, is just instead of reacting to things, hold for a moment, and see if you can do something that's positive instead of staying in the clinch and fight thing. We got a beautiful, beautiful planet here, beautiful people, and some nasties. But I just want everybody to get with their better angels. I really, I don't know how else to say it. And I'm trying to do it with mine, that's for sure.
I think that's a really good point as well. Angels watching over us. That's the big thing. We're here with the multi-talented Tom Lane of the Karma Factor here on the Mike Wagner Show. Tom, a very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely fantastic. Learned a lot. Looking forward to having you soon. Keep us up to date. Keep in touch. Live have you back. Once again, what's your website? How do people contact you? Where can people purchase or check out your book?
Thank you, man.
And what's the website?
Oh, thomaslane.com. Sounds just like me.
You got thomaslane.com. We want everybody to go to it. Once again, Tom, a very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely amazing. Looking forward to having you soon. Keep us up to date. Keep in touch. Love have you back. We wish you all the best. And Tom, you definitely have a great future ahead of you.
Thank you, Mike. It's been really fun.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hey, everybody, this is Eric Diamond. You're listening to The Mike Wagner Show. You can check out our music and know all about us at www.ericdiamondmusic.com. Follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, TikTok. You can friend me on Facebook. You can follow me on Facebook, and you can even buy both of my albums off of Facebook. Just get a hold of me on the Facebook Messenger. We have them available in CD or thumb drive. Thank you so much, and hope you have a great day.
Hi, I'm Burl Barer, legendary American author, and I'm here to tell you about Missing, the new mystery suspense novel by Mian Mohsen Zia. It's really a good book. Very surprising. Never a metaphor I didn't like, especially in this book. Here you have a main character whose life has been filled with despair. His wife died in 9/11. His young daughter died of a rare disease. He's not a happy camper. What does he do for a living? He's a physical fitness trainer. When somebody hardly knows, somebody he's never met, he only has encountered them on an internet chat line, goes missing. This is his journey. He's going to go rescue them. This is his search for redemption, his search for his own personal promised land. He couldn't do anything about the death of his wife, the death of his child, but maybe he could rescue this woman he's never met. That is, if she exists. Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia, international in scope, vastly entertaining, full of surprises. I suggest you get it, either paperback or an electronic edition for your Kindle. Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia.
The Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Serena Wagner's book, The Sweet Psalmist, now available on Amazon. This book includes 30 exquisite paintings by well-known and unknown painters and King David Psalms. The Sweet Psalmist gives us a new perspective on his life in this book. Through the Psalms he wrote, his time as a shepherd in the field is where the book starts, and it goes on to describe his complicated and turbulent relationship with King Saul as well as other events. It's a story of love, betrayal, repentance, and more. It also offers advice on approaching God and living a life that pleases him. Check out the book, The Sweet Psalmist by Serena Wagner, now available on Amazon. Keywords, Sweet Psalmist, Serena Wagner.
Thanks for listening to The Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, YouTube, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and themikewagnershow.com. Please support our program with your donations at themikewagnershow.com. Join us again next time for another great episode of The Mike Wagner Show.